What is up, guys, and welcome back to our Road Scorer Premier with Sheffield United, episode number 42. As you see, it's deadline day, and there was only really one more sign on deadline day, and it was this guy, Alex Pritchard from Norwich, 79 rated. I see 9.5 million plus Harrison Reed, and that was it really. So this transfer window, we only technically signed 3 players. We signed Carvalho from Wolves, obviously Pritchard from Norwich, and then we signed Maffeo, Spanish right back from Man City. But then obviously we did sign 2 players last season on pre-contracts, which was Real Hughes and a French left back who's 79 rated called Jerome. That's his first name, but because I don't really want to try and pronounce his second name because it's just such a weird name. But anyway, so yeah, it wasn't the best of transfer windows. We didn't have the most of money, which was the frustrating part. I mean, we won the league last year, and they didn't hardly give us any money. So, you know, I didn't really have anything to do with it, really. I tried my best. I tried to buy, you know, big players as I could. The thing is, as well, that the squad is just playing so well. And, you know, to say we're not the highest of rating squads, it's hard to kind of find a weakness because they are all playing really, really good football. I did want to bring in maybe a new centre-back, but again, you know, I've got Roberts, who I got from my youth development squad. He's now 79 rated and he's 17 years old. And, you know, I'm not going to replace him. I'm just going to keep growing him. Maguire's an absolute beast. Humphreys Grant, when he comes off the bench, or, you know, plays instead of them two, he's a tank as well. So, you know, it's hard to obviously swap players. I mean, obviously my fullbacks are now backed up and, you know, good in them senses because I've got 2 really good starting fullbacks in Emmanuel and Taylor, and then you know, my covering players Maffeo and Jerome, who I just signed. Them 2, you know, are really good. So that my defence, you could say, is covered basically. Again, my midfield it definitely is now covered. I mean, I've got Loftus-Cheek, I've got Vieira, who's injured at the moment, but he will be coming back soon, hopefully. Obviously, we just signed Pritchard, signed Will Hughes, so our midfield stacked. I think the only really position that we maybe need to upgrade is the wingers, but then you could argue we've just signed Carvalho, so you know, it's going to be hard in the summer to sign some big players. One, you know, who to sign and who to swap, and 2, will we have enough money? That's the thing. Getting out of the Champions League and getting into knockout stages will be crucial because we will get that, £10 million for that. So, you know, making sure we qualify for that is crucial. But anyway, speaking of the Champions League, we had our first game against Atletico Madrid and we conceded in the 3rd minute. So, you know, first ever time in the Champions League, Sheffield United, and it started off really good. So, you know, this guy, he must have swapped teams, I think. He's got a last name of Borre. You'll see his name. I don't know why, you know, foreign people get named like this, but, you know, it's up to them. I mean, look at this. I mean, Rafael Santos Borre. I don't know who he is. I don't know if he started at the club or not on the game or in real life because he has got a yellow armband. So, you know, anyway. But, you know, we did win Liverpool in the last game 1-0. So that was a good 3 points there because obviously we lost our first game of the season against Aston Villa. We lost that 3-0. So since then we've gone on quite an alright run. You know, we picked up a few points in the Premier League, which is good. It's just disappointing to obviously lose 3-0 against Aston Villa. But, you know, we was quite lucky against Liverpool. They had some very good chances. They hit the post and the crossbar, I think, twice. So, you know, I mean, altogether, you know, we didn't deserve a win, but, you know, we grinded it out and got the win in the end. But then this was the big game against Atletico Madrid, and like I said, we was 1-0 down, and actually Atletico Madrid strung about 5 passes together, got down the field, and as you see, it was, the thing is, I'm looking back on it and I'm thinking it was crap defending by me. But the thing is, I just had you know, it was 2 against 1. I was thinking, should I go to the player or should I back off? You know, I was in 2 minds. I was half doing it, half not. And in the end, you know, it just ended up being really bad defending by me. And in the end, Vieto scores their second and gets the 3 points. So not the best of first ever games of the Champions League, but at the same time, it is against Atletico Madrid, and they are a very, very good side. But anyway, we did have a sim game next against Watford, who actually won their last 3 games as well of us. And as you see, we actually did win the game 2-1 in the end. Pritchard did miss a penalty, so, you know, I'll be taking him off pens. But anyway, I haven't showed you training in a while. It's just because the players I've got in now aren't really going up, you know. A lot of the times when I've trained players in the past, I've put them in 2 slots, so they do kind of go up more. You know, the ratings do go up. But, you know, this time, with defenders anyway, with defenders, it is good because, you know, you can only really put them in one slot, and that's defending. So they go a bit quicker. They go quicker than other players. But, you know, I have put Dembele in 2 slots. I am hoping to get him up ratings, you know, get him higher rating because, you know, I do want him to be at least an 83 or an 84 by January because, you know, don't get me wrong, Dembele is a good player, but I just find him a bit sloppy. I find him a bit lazy. And if a team comes in for a really good bid for him, I might be swayed to maybe selling him, so we could maybe get a new winger and obviously a new striker. But to be fair, Lookman, who is our second striker at the moment, he's playing alright football. You know, he hasn't played many games this season, but when he has come on and played, he's played quite well. So, you know, I'm glad I have him in the squad. But anyway, last game of the episode was against Sunderland. Away in the EFL Cup, we won this last year, but I see Sunderland do go very late on, score a goal. Duncan Watmore, he gets just an easy goal there. No one was going to tackle him. It was a mistake by Ramsdale at first to, you know, not really catch the ball, but, you know, in the end, this game was dead, to be fair. It wasn't that good at all. There was hardly any chances. Both teams looked a bit conserved. And in the end, we do lose. So we're not in the EFL Cup. You could say it's a good thing so we can focus more on the Champions League now. But at the same time, I want to be as many cups as I can. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the episode. If you have, please like and subscribe if you are new. And guys, I'll be seeing you later. Peace!